as was Jesus. We worship Jesus now, but you know when people are alive, prophets then didn't like him. They had no time for him. He was not the right class, the right color, didn't have the right amount of education, didn't know the right people. He was from the wrong city, the wrong part of town. He didn't speak Greek very well. He was more of a blue-collar worker than a white-collar citizen and didn't make a lot of money. He thus didn't have the money to buy justice. He endured being oppressed, and in the end, he was beaten by powerful people who beat him because they could. Beat him because they could. He went through a trial without a jury of his peers. He was set up and set aside by those in power and was finally convicted of a crime which he had not committed. And he was executed. He was given the death sentence via crucifixion by people who did that to him just because they could. Mary wept, and I'm sure people back then didn't really care. The mothers of black and brown and poor people weep as well, and nobody has really seemed to care until now. The mothers are rising up, and the spirit of Mary thousands of years ago, and in the spirit of maybe Till only a few decades ago, these mothers are rising up to let the world know that their babies mattered. That yes, they may or may not have done something wrong, but nothing they did warranted them being shot down as if they were not human. These mothers are rising up after having metaphorically sat at the base of a cross, watching their babies die unjust and cruel deaths. They are saying through their presence and their fight that Black Lives Matter, and they are making people listen. Not only are the mothers rising up, so are the children. The young people are rising up. They are tired of seeing, tired of hearing about their friends being treated like chattel. The young people are rising up, bold and brave, saying, enough! It's not just black and brown and poor young people rising up. It's white kids too, some of whom have a lot of money, who just feel the noise being made by those who have suffered this injustice for too long are helping to make this case a worldwide thing. They are saying, all of them, that all of us are tired. We are tired of the empire playing games with the lives of other human beings. We are tired of people in power and churches and politicians and entertainers remaining quiet, and they are forcing people to take and make us stand. They are saying, Black Lives Matter. Why do they matter? Why do we matter? Simple, 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 because all people were created by God. As long as we are all children of God, all of us matter. Had God wanted there to be just white people, I think God, being God and all, would have constructed the world just that way. No, God created all these different races and ethnicities, and God knew what God was doing. God made all people, no matter the color or ethnicity, with emotions and feelings. And you know what? There is no white grief and black grief. There's no white pain and black pain. All of these emotions are the same. Black people cry just like white people. We get hurt and offended just like white people. We ache like white people. There really is no such thing as race, actually. Research has proven that. What there is, though, is arrogance based on skin color. The world fell prey to a Eurocentric worldview thousands of years ago, and it has never recovered. Thousands of years ago, a group of people decided that they were better than any other group. They made stuff up just to justify their racism, and the world bought into it. Beauty was defined by Europeans. Intelligence, the presence or the lack of it, was defined by Europeans. Mere humanity, whether or not you were human or not, was defined by Europeans, and the world bought into it. People of European descent decided to structure a worldview and made other people buy into it. And on the basis of that worldview, they justified treating people who were not European like property. This Eurocentric arrogance is what has driven racism in this country and all over the world. Because trust and believe, this is not the only place where black people are treated badly. Any place there are black people are treated badly. In Brazil, where there's a whole bunch of black people, the darkest black people are treated badly. Nobody in this world wants to be black, so it's not just here. This is something that has infused the world, all over the world, all over the world. world. And this arrogance is what has driven racism in this country and in the world. That arrogance made Europeans feel nothing as they decimated the Native American population in this country, made them feel like nothing. They felt nothing as they imported blankets infected with the smallpox virus to this country to kill off the Indians. How can you do something like that and say you believe in God? They didn't